Greetings everyone. Well, tonight I want to demonstrate for you a couple of moves that I've done choreographed, kind of explaining it a little to you more in slow motion is what I'm going to do with it, so it'll be kind of a slow motion video. It was requested by me, by a recent subscriber, Awareness with Chris, so thank you very much for the suggestion. I apologize that it is a nighttime video, so maybe you won't be able to see me as clearly, but hopefully with what lights I have and with slow motion it'll be apparent to you. So let's go ahead and get into it. So I apologize for the sounds. It is nighttime in the summer, and so there are crickets and there's a train going by, so I hope you'll pardon the nighttime noise. Now, to begin with, I first of all want to show you what's called in fencing the Molene. The Molene is basically the spinning that we do. Okay, so I've shown you a slow motion spinning video before. Check for link in description if I remember to put it there. So the idea is it's swinging, or it's spinning the lightsaber. There's the idea of maybe using your whole hand to do it. I prefer to grasp, you're kind of grasping with this portion right here, and so at least as you're doing the back swing behind the back like that. So that's the idea. Now with the Molene, the idea of the Molene is it's a bit of a flourish to get your opponent to kind of get back away. It's kind of give you some distance, you know, because if they start slashing, you know, right in front of you, it'll kind of give you pause. It'll make you want to back off a little bit. So the Molene, very simply, is the spinning back and forth in front. Now if you want to, you can do a bit of an advance with it, like that. I would not suggest two-handed. I mean, you could if you really want to, but that's more if you were doing like a double-bladed sort of thing where you'd be holding it kind of in the middle like that, and then you would kind of be doing some sort of thing like that. But in any case, it's spinning the lightsaber on either side of you with the purpose of kind of intimidating the opponent or causing them to back off if they're advancing. Because like say if they're going at you and you're blocking but they're getting at you, you can just kind of, you know, give yourself a little bit of a backup there. Now, using the idea of the Molene allows for a spinning technique that I've done, which I think is something similar to, in the Clone Wars, a Padawan called it the whirlwind of destruction. Now, the idea is it's almost like a halfway ani-obi. If you know what that means, it's in Revenge of the Sith, the spot where they're spinning round and round in front of them, behind them, in front of them, behind them before they finally lock up, and I might show that one too. So what I do for something, whatever it's called, Whirlwind of Destiny, I start with the front spin that kind of goes around behind, and it's kind of a turn. So it's like this. Okay, so let me show it from this side. And let me show it from this side. So you can use it as a turnaround if you want to. Let me do it from behind. So you can turn around to basically any angle that you want to, but it's a way of giving you, again, kind of a Molene flourish that kind of protects you as you're looking to go to a new direction, to a different opponent. Now, while I'm on the topic of the Molene ani-obi sort of thing, I'll go ahead and show you, I think, how you do that. So, the idea is that it's a spin around in front, and in behind, and in front. Okay, so what you're doing is you're doing backspin on this one. Okay, so you do a backspin, you kind of go around to the front, into the back, like that. Let me do it from kind of more the side. So do a back spin in front, around to the front of you, and spins behind. So when the back of the blade is coming, it's pretty much going straight behind your head. Let me do it from this angle. Again, start with the back spin, coming to your front, well, if you're right-handed, Okay, this is assuming right-handedness. So spin around to the front and this way. Now again, I just got myself. Now again, this is why you need to be able to grasp with this part, where you need to be able to grasp with the, between the thumb and the finger here. I call this the second finger because I'm a piano player. The thumb is your first finger and the second finger. So you have to be able to grasp there so that way you can do that, because if you try to do it by your whole hand, holding with a death grip, that's not going to work. It's not going to work. You're going to twist yourself over. You have to be able to, because in that back part is really where it's important. Let me show you from behind. Okay? Now let me show you one more. This one I got from the old PlayStation 1 game, Star Wars Episode 1 Jedi Power Battles. Does anybody remember that one? That was one of my favorite games on PlayStation. You had 5 Jedi that you could choose from, and they each kind of had their own different style. My personal favorite was Qui-Gon because he could heal, and he did have a projectile attack, and I just liked how his lightsaber attacks was. Oh, and he had a force push too. So those are his 3 different force powers: the heal, the push, and the projectile. But he also had a particular combination that I really enjoy. So I'm going to show that one to you here. The way it works is it was a two button combination, because the way it worked is you leveled up your Jedi character and you unlocked new combinations of lightsaber moves. And so it started with a slash, like I think it was like a hack, and then the second part was a swirl kind of over the head and a second cut. Okay? So it was something like this: cut, spin, and hack. Okay? We'll do it from this side here. Cut, spin, hack. From here, cut, spin, hack. Okay? So for the cut, it doesn't really matter. Well, okay. A couple ways that you could cut. You could either do a cut like that, and you could do a little spin, a little forward spin. So you could cut straight in front of you, a hack, or you could do a slash. So you kind of slash that way. But the point is, you want to have your blade kind of down in this quarter here, so to your right hand, like that. Because then you can take it, swing it up way over your head, do the spin, which again, you gotta grip it by here, do the spin overhead, and then you cut here while you're actually spinning. So that increases the speed of the spin. So again, okay. Now you gotta be careful with your spin that you don't lose your traction, okay, or lose your balance. That's one thing that I gotta watch out for sometimes. So here again. Okay, so there's that one.